All right, welcome for those listening in or listening on the radio or viewing. We are here with the owner of No Limits Strength and Nutrition, Chase Kaufman, CEO, owner. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I know how much value that you offer to other people. And I know that you've been into health and fitness for quite some time. So Chase, if you can kind of talk to somebody who's maybe watching this live, or maybe someone that is looking at this video in your profile, talk to them like, why health and fitness? What led your heart to this field?
Back when I was in school, I always liked being in sports, exercising, things like that. But back in school, I went to school for marketing and then just completely took a few classes in exercise science, started working at the rec center, and then eventually realized I was actually really good at giving advice and helping people out along the way. So I've done that for 7 to 8 years working in gyms and just decided to take it online.
Dude, that is awesome. Okay, cool. So basically it was kind of like that fulfillment of helping someone reach their goals. And it's, I was talking to someone earlier, a future coach, about this earlier. And it's just so crazy how, like, when you work out, how it's a keystone habit. Like, I think a lot of people, they start working out because they want to look better, or whatever. But then they start to feel better and their relationships start to get better and they start to perform better at their work. And it's just like that keystone habit that umbrellas to so many other things, So what's kind of like some things that that you do for people? So you mentioned that you took your business online. So if I'm living in Nebraska right now, I know you're out there in Indiana. What would our relationship look like? What would hiring you as a coach, kind of what would I get, and some things that you would provide to help me kind of get a more abundant in health?
I guess it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody to be on you 24 hours a day, I got plans for all different kind of lifestyles. If you just need a plan, kind of somebody to kind of check in with you here and there, I'm good for that too. But I do a lot better when I'm able to be consistently following up, making sure you're doing your daily goals, all those different things, because I want to make sure that you see the most success that if you're paying me to get success, I want you to be as successful as possible in the nutrition and strength conditioning side of things.
Yeah. Dude, I see such a need for that. And I can just kind of tell by your voice and your body language that you're more on the relational side. Mm-hmm. I've seen so many, and this is kind of one of the reasons why we launched Macro Millionaires. You just see a lot of coaches and they're using the same cookie cutter, like, diet plan or whatever. Matter of fact, I have a really close friend who she got her meal plan from someone and it had someone else's name on it. So that's like, yeah. And I just think that that's missing. Like, a lot of the coaches nowadays, it's kind of like, all right, you pay me this, here you go, peace out, we'll see you at your monthly check-in or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of cool that you get involved in the day-to-day with clients. I know that you offer, you have like a workout app that you use so people could do home workouts. They can do workouts for fat loss, CrossFit, all that good stuff. I know that you offer a nutrition tracking app, grocery lists, and all that. But what do you feel, in addition to all those tools, why do you feel clients are seeing success working with you, other than all the tools that you're providing them?
A lot of it is just the accountability portion of it. If you, you could sign up for whatever you want to sign up for, but if you're not held accountable and if you're not doing things and not being like, say, if you don't do your daily thing, if I'm not like, hey, let's work on this next time, this has to be done. We got to work on this to make sure you're seeing results. A lot of people will just kind of get lazy if you're just like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, do that. No, they want to be led instead of just, here's the tools, figure it out.
Dude, 100%, man. And Chase, it's interesting that you say that, because so I myself included, I paid like big dollar for some tools, like mainly marketing tools, and literally they just sat in the box. Because what I needed someone to kind of link arm in arm with me and show me how these things work. And not to use a derogatory word against myself, but to dumb it down. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to make it a better word, I think to use would be to make it understandable. And that's kind of the second time you brought that up. It sounds like you're just, again, you're more on the relationship side of coaching than the, hey, do this, figure it out on your own side.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do people like get in touch with you? If I'm intrigued, how can I get in touch with you?
You could either you could go to Facebook, add me on Facebook, DM me through there. You could also, believe I have an email on the website too. If you want to go check out it on Macro Millionaire, you can find me on there, and then you could reach out and submit a inquiry form through there as well. So, I mean, whatever's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Cool. You know, what I like about your program, Chase, is it really has a big emphasis on accountability. And that's really what you're hiring. If you're listening to this right now, I mean, Chase has every resource in the world. I mean, like we talked about apps, we talked about meal plans, you know, all of that stuff, tracking apps, but it's really that accountability that works for people. If you're not held accountable, if it's just like a do it on yourself type thing, you know, you're going to be excited till Wednesday. Then that weekend days start creeping in. And guys and gals, if you're listening to this, that's why coaches have coaches. You know, there are coaches who are high level coaches, or I always like to say like Olympic athletes still have coaches. So it's not always for the technical side or the tools, but it's that relational side. And I really feel that's what separates you from a lot of other coaches, man. So people are going to be blessed to work with you. So anything else that you want to kind of say in closing? So say I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. The last coach I worked with, there wasn't a whole lot of interaction. There wasn't a whole lot of working together. It was more of a do-it-yourself plan, but I don't know. What would you say to that person that's kind of right on the edge of living that abundant and healthy life? What would you say to that person?
Well, I'd say we've all had bad coaches and good coaches in our life. And when you have a good coach, you really realize like, hey, this is what it should be doing the whole time. And this is what it should look like. Give a chance to a good coach, and I'll show you that it's not all bogus, you know?
Yeah. Love it, man. Love it. Chase, you rock. So again, definitely check them out. If you're watching this on macromillionaire.com right now, cool. Go to the contact me, have a personal connection and conversation with Chase, or check him out at Chase Kaufman on Instagram or his social media. And that's another thing that when you find, if you are checking him out on social media, you're going to see he's constantly giving away free value, free content. And that's a big missing thing that a lot of coaches, they're big on the ask. They're big on like, hey, 5 slots left or whatever, but they're not sharing a lot of value. And that's another big thing that you're going to see with Chase. So Chase, I was on your social media earlier, and I thought that was really cool that you're just giving a lot of just free health tips, recipes, things of that nature. So that's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for your time today. And yeah, definitely if you're tuning in, check him out. Thanks, Chase.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jesse.